Once loyalty begins, it has no end. Otherwise, it would not be loyalty. Mariko and loyalty. From the first scene she is introduced, her loyalty is shown. How she explains to Fuji that she must live because Toranaga demands it. In her next scene, we see what will challenge her loyalty. Religion. How she holds the cross after what she had just done, going against her religion. Throughout the show, her loyalty is put to the test. To start with, sitting in to listen to Alvito interpret Blackthorn, someone who will challenge her loyalty later on. The priest can't lie. If he does, Mariko would know, but Mariko's loyalty could easily be with the church. It would be a risk for the priest, but also for Toranaga. In a way, this is testing her loyalty to Toranaga. Will Mariko tell him the truth or side with the church who had helped her with her troubles these past 14 years? Later, when she interprets Blackthorn, talking about the Portuguese and their agenda, she is really conflicted by this. Because not only is she a Catholic, but also a strong relationship with the church, especially Alvito. Will she tell Toranaga the truth of what Blackthorn is saying, that the church or the Portuguese view them as property and have been lying to them for financial gain, or lie? Because at this point, they think the Portuguese are the only ones. They don't know about the English, let alone the Americas. Mariko even asked him to swear on his God because she sees high value on religion. Once her relationship with Blackthorn grows, Toranaga even questions her about both, if her loyalty is still with him. Mariko tells him that she will always be loyal to him, or that she is loyal only to him, and her actions have shown that. Mariko and the men around her. Like I stated, even with her friendships, Alvito is never above her loyalty to her lord, but mostly how Mariko in a romantic or relationship type of way. You could say that Mariko is not someone who is loyal or views loyalty as something important. How does someone with a quote I said in the beginning have certain actions we view as disloyal? For one, how she quote-unquote cheats on Bantoro. One, she thought he was dead, and it's not like she did it the day after. Some time had passed by that point, but also even if it was the day after, she never loved him. Technically speaking, if he passed, the relationship was over. She didn't have to wait to move on. How I saw it, you don't owe the person you were forced to marry loyalty, especially if you were by him. Blackthorn. How she doesn't even think about leaving when he suggested after the situation with Toranaga being betrayed by his brother when they're trapped in the village. Later, when she drops the quote, when we go to Yabushiba's to switch sides, Mariko will not break her loyalty. Her loyalty is always with Toranaga, and even if I agree with Blackthorn that loyalty means nothing if it leads to death, and I'm paraphrasing now, even when committing seppuku, once she is under Toranaga's, she will only do as he orders it, and continues to ask him. In episode 8, when she is asked by Toranaga if she was ready to fulfill her role, there is no question. Even when she's asked to live by Blackthorn, she still won't, because she is loyal. For one, for herself, for what she wants, but also she has been ordered to do it. Mariko views honor very important. Why she is so loyal to Toranaga is because her father was, who Mariko idolizes. Even if when the moment came she hesitated a little, she was going to do it. Now back to Mariko and the church. A good example of her loyalty doesn't falter to her lord is when she is talking to her son after she goes to Osaka, telling him how she doesn't feel dishonor because she is following her lord's orders, but her son doesn't see it that way. How because he was brought into the church so young, he doesn't have the same loyalty to their lord like Mariko. She may be a Catholic, but she is also under loyalty to Toranaga. We can see in this scene how the dialogue changes from Japanese to Portuguese, how her son isn't part of Japanese culture like she is. Her bringing him up in the thing that gave her something to cling to when she had nothing is now the thing taking her son away from her and the thing that she is loyal to. Like she said, once loyalty begins, it has no end, otherwise it would not be loyalty. I love looking at a topic through the character's perspective. This show has set the bar for the rest of the year really high for the shows that are coming out this year. Like, we're getting kind of spoiled now when I've been talking about all the bad shows, but now we're getting Interview with the Vampire coming out very soon, or before this is even up, to House of the Dragon also coming out in June, to I think even Prisma's coming out this year. And that's just talking about live action. There's so many other stuff that's coming out this year. So what did you think about Mariko and her loyalty? And remember, all I do is lie.